Ladies with gentle hands. Welcome to the next episode of the UnFiltered Report. I'm your host, Jason, also known as Justin. I'll let everyone introduce themselves and then we'll go straight into business.
Awesome. Thank you, Justin slash Jason. This is Shivam here. I'm a close confidant of Justin here and the other two beautiful individuals on this podcast. But pleasure to join as always.
What up? It's D. Nick. Ready to have a good time? Chop it up with the boys.
Yeah, my name is Ryan. For those of you who don't know me, Jason. I know Jason's got a big thing he's gonna get into later. It's gonna be the start of something special starting tonight. So I'm looking forward to that. That's honestly the shining highlight. And then Shivami mentioned it. Three dashingly sexy individuals to my right. I think this could make a really good. I mean, should he put this on the thumbnail? Oh my! Woo!
Yeah,
put that on the album cover. So we might have to get a picture of the three of you guys.
Don't butter us up like that, man. I love always being with you guys because whenever we talk, I know it's real, none of it's fake, and I'm ready to get into it.
Yeah. We're gonna get into all kinds of crazy shit, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so Jason.
Yeah.
Justin. I don't know. I'm gonna call you Jason and Justin. I think
Whichever one works.
I think depending on
Names are fluid.
So is gender.
Yeah.
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 There's a lot of fluid things these days.
Yeah.
Shit. By the end of this episode, there might be more than a couple of fluids coming out too.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. The UnFiltered report.
Why don't I?
It's not even after dark, by the way. This is.
I know.
It's not even after dark.
All right.
So what were you saying? Dinner?
Yeah, you were talking about bodily fluids coming out of us.
As you do.
So I was saying, why don't I buy you dinner first?
Oh.
And then we can talk about
Okay.
Oh.
You know what? I like that idea.
Gentleman.
I like that. A gentleman and a scholar.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This guy's over here. He can talk about tax codes 1 minute and then take you to dinner the next minute.
There we go. That's in New York.
That's that New York package right there, and we're blessed to have that in. Huh?
Oh, sorry.
Love it. It's the New York package right here.
Yeah,
We're blessed to have you.
I was gonna say for like the people at home listening in, Shiv is our New York correspondent.
Normally. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, normally out of town, but decided to come into the studio today.
The studio.
And we welcome him with open arms.
Yeah.
Back in Cali.
Yeah, and to that last point, welcoming in open arms. That's in a way that's what all three of you did when we were in elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love about you is you haven't changed. You still welcome people in open arms. When we were in middle school, Nick D'Antonio here, I had a lot of my friends were from elementary school. Some of them moved away. Some of them, transferred to a different school. Justin was still there. And this was in Ladera Ranch, for context, for those of you listening. And Nick, that's where I met Nick, and it was great. And my life's changed ever since. And similarly, after we graduated high school, that was about the time I met Ryan. And I think when you graduate high school, you're at like a point in your life where a lot of your friends either move out or are no longer in town. But Ryan here, and this is where I'm going with this, is Ryan welcomed me into open arms in the Irvine community and the friend group that he had. And so but anyways, it's good to be back. I love the studio. So the lighting is great. But we have the game on right now.
Spurs Thunder game 2.
Game 2, yeah. Looks like the Thunder are doing very well tonight. They look
second half about to start, right?
Yeah. Second half about to start.
But you guys, I've always found it fascinating because I know you guys have known each other for a lot longer than I've known any of the three of you, and always happy to spread some propaganda about the three of you guys.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have met Justin or Siobhan, either one of you guys if it wasn't for Big Nick D over here.
Yeah.
And so hopefully we'll get all three of you guys here on Sunday for the inaugural FIFA tournament.
Yeah.
Because I know some people want to put money on you guys on Kalshi, so it'd be unfortunate if you pulled out and did some insider trading and took your name out of the running. I don't think people would appreciate that. I don't know if you want to do the whole crypto rug pull version of the Unfiltered Reports FIFA tournament. So you got to give the people what they want, right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I would be a good short. Like, if you're gonna put money on my FIFA skills, get ready to lose some money. But if there were a derivative of betting on like FIFA, if there were a short, like, oh, this guy's gonna lose, or that is something you could really.
Well, you can bet on that
you can
too.
Bet, if there is, I highly recommend.
See, what people sometimes don't realize is you can bet on not only people to win, but you can bet on people to lose too.
Yeah.
So
that's
and you never know, dark horse.
Yeah, you never know too. We might rig it so you win the tournament. Just so we can have our own Cinderella story. If we were a professional sports league trying to sell a narrative, we could actually theoretically rig it for you. Magically, some people's thumbs start twitching out.
Yeah, hypothetically
speaking. So
like Terry Rozier style.
Yeah,
hypothetically, Terry Rozier
or Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, there you go.
And he was intentionally dropping passes. Calvin Ridley.
Oh, it's confirmed.
Famous wide receiver.
Yeah.
Titans.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Everyone, you say famously after not knowing what team the guy plays for. Yeah. Famously, a guy.
Famously a gambler.
Yeah.
Not really a football player.
Yeah.
But no, I think that's a bad example. But more so, Terry Rozier was intentionally like fumbling passes and putting up a bad performance because he was also gambling against himself. And that's what you're getting at.
You can bet on people to lose too.
Yeah,
for sure. You can bet on anything nowadays. You can bet on the weather. You can bet on who's gonna die first. Like you can bet on any stupid thing you want to bet on. You can bet on it.
Can you bet on betting on someone? Like, I bet that this guy.
I bet that this person's gonna make a bet about this. Yeah, we could probably do that. That's
like
an inception, like an
synthetic bet. Yeah,
a synthetic bet. You know what? I think I might have just opened up a
new avenue.
Yeah, there you go.
No one else has ever thought about this.
There you go. I think we just came up with something right there.
Yeah.
By the way, it's called. I'll have you know, it's called prediction market.
Wow.
Not betting, bro.
It's different. That's right. That's
I would not have known that.
Yeah. I didn't know. That's the big caveat. The FTC and all these other companies will tell you the same thing, right?
Yeah.
They're listening in on this, man.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, everyone knows FTC, famous supporter of the Unfiltered Report. Yeah, we know our audience.
I think they're probably one of the 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, however many people.
70,000.
70,000. By the end of this, after Jason's got the big reveal at the end. I mean, that's going to be a couple of million by the end of it.
You had a big reveal at the end?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Who'd you knock up?
Oh. That's the gender fluid part.
I guess I'll spoil it now. Like, I'm about to start an OnlyFans.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Felt kind of weird bringing that up, like after the wholesome moment Shivam had. Like, love you too, buddy. But like that made it like, oh, maybe I can't say it now. Can't speak up.
Wait a little bit.
Hey, by the way, guys. Nah, that's unserious. I'm not gonna actually. We just wanted like
sure.
Yeah, sure.
We'll see by the end.
It seemed like a good title.
It does seem like a pretty good working title, because I know Shivam, you had sent the text and you'd called it the Unfiltered. I don't know if you were intentionally calling it.
Yes.
I don't know if that was intentional, if that was just the way you text, but as soon as you said that, I figured, normally we don't have predetermined titles. But when you sent that, I figured that was a good working idea. And then Jason came in here and took it to another level with the.
I'm going to start an OnlyFans.
So,
Yeah, we were just about to. It's like so for context.
Oh yeah.
The title our good friend Ryan is referring to is the Unfiltered Report and Chill, which is, for those of you in the know, it's in reference to Netflix and Chill, which used to be a big saying back then. What
Yeah.
that meant was, it's like, oh, we're watching Netflix at home, get a little messy, and fug around, a little fug and sug, and so, anyways, that's all I had said. But Justin really just took it to third base and said, I'm gonna start an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But if I were Sydney Sweeney, I would watch out for Jason
Yeah.
Sweeney
Yeah.
Perez.
Jason Sweeney Perez.
Yeah.
I would subscribe to Jason's for sure, man.
Well, yeah. How do we? Is there?
That's a priceless
Can
thing, by the way.
Can you pre-subscribe to an OnlyFans?
That doesn't exist.
Kaushi.
Yeah.
You bet on it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like how big.
There you go.
All the
Yeah.
markets. That's
Pre-order.
Pre-order.
Can you pre-order on this?
Can I get a
Can I-
pre-order
yes.
on the
On
there
his
you go.
tape.
Yeah.
There you go. How
Yeah.
much you charging?
Yeah, bro.
We'll figure
Like
that
20.
out.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I don't think you could put a price on something like this.
No.
Yeah.
At the very minimum, we should get a discount because we're your friends, right?
Yeah.
Shit. If anything, we got to pay more because we got to support this man in his endeavors. You know.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
There we
true.
go.
Can't put a price on friendship.
Yeah, $20.
But you can put a number on his girth length.
You can't.
You know what? It's 25 for you now.
25. There you go.
Yeah.
He just upcharged you $5 for that.
Oh man.
And we're gonna have one of those. When people have like the swear jars and stuff in the middle.
Yeah.
We're gonna have something similar, but we'll have to figure out something.
Okay.
And it'll be fundraising essentially. We'll get the crowd surfing going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Can we just be serious? Can we get down to it?
Sure.
Brass tacks.
Let's definitely be serious. I like being serious.
So we have this NBA playoffs going on. Right now is Game 2 of OKC San Antonio. Who do you guys like right now? The narrative coming out of Game 1. San Antonio won Game 1. Wembanyama put up like over 40 points, over 20 rebounds, and that was the same night Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of OKC won MVP. And instantly after that game, it was like for like an hour, SGA was the best player in the world. But then everybody found out really who the best player in the world was by the end of that game. And I think at least that's what the narrative was coming out of it. Do you guys think by the time this series ends, it'll be like cemented that this guy, Victor Wembanyama, is clearly the best player in the league and will be the best player in the league, at least for the next decade?
I feel like you don't even have to wait for the series to end. I think like just at like Game 1, now it feels like almost not like right to call him like, maybe that's too hyperbolic to say like Eddie feels now like best player in the world, because obviously these things change like so fast. But I'm already ready to call it after watching that Game 1. Maybe I'm still on the high of like how good that game was, that I'm like, yeah, I've never seen a player this like. Well, definitely there are probably players that are like this dominant, but like none come to mind with this level of dominant. Like, yeah.
You don't think it was an overreaction after one game?
Probably. All
of a sudden, this guy is like on track to be one of the greatest. I think there are overreactions of that nature, especially in today's environment with social media and everyone being so reactive to like a great performance from a player or a team. But I think for once this is actually warranted, because he is like nothing we've ever seen. He's like a 7'5", center that can shoot, that can get in the post, score in the paint, that can pass the ball, play make, and most importantly, that can be an instant game changer on defense.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're right, Justin. I don't think it was an overreaction.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always looked at it differently. Not in the sense that I disagree with what you guys are saying, but I think I know Big D over here can kind of attest to this perspective. And I've never really liked the whole like who's the best and the second best and the third best. Like, but at the same time, I mean, I think all the hype is definitely warranted. I mean, he's a one of a kind. There's never been a play like. I mean, just even on the TV. I mean, it just they always say players are even bigger in person than what they look like on TV. And like you can't even do that shit in a video game. Like it's 72-71 was just under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, and someone will go dig up the highlight, and we'll have to find a way to edit these. He just did that right now. You can't. I mean, you can't. Like there's no coaching for that. There's no like. That's like you said. It's a 7'3", 7'4" dude who's putting the ball between his legs, shooting threes, playing not only offensively too, like elite defense, probably best defensive player in the league. And I mean, I don't know. I've never been like, wow. I mean, I think there's nothing you can really say that. I think even just trying to say like he's the best player in the world, or whatever, almost kind of like diminishes what it is. So it's like there's a lot of really good players, and he's one of them. But he's one. There's never been a player like that. I mean. I mean, 10 points already, and not even halfway through the third quarter. He's got 17 on the game, and they're down by 1. But that San Antonio team in general is really good. Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, these are 2 really good young players as well. And but Wemby's different. You guys are definitely on to something. Like, I think it just goes to show more than anything that the MVP is always is not really indicative of who the best player is, and you can make that argument for any sport. We can talk about it even back in the day. Like, I remember you and I over a decade ago, we had a big debate back in the day about who was going to win MVP between Mike Trout and Josh Donaldson. And that was a different time in our lives too. I'm sure our perspectives have changed a lot from then till now. But at that time, that was a debate that we had. And I remember that, I think as we've gotten older, the perspective was at that age, we would argue about who's the MVP, whereas nowadays doesn't really matter.
No, not to us.
Not to us. And I think that's
the same thing with the conversation about MVP and the NFL or Ballon d'Or in soccer. I couldn't give a stuff. It's all about the team, for me at least, and winning as a team. So
these are just individual awards, and we could debate this ad nauseum, who's the best and the second best. And I think, if we were actually going to do it and try to rank it, I think it would be hard to take any. Wemby's a one-on-one player. It would be hard to take anybody else. But, by that same token, too, there's a lot of other people that you could throw in that conversation that are, it's not like, I think 2 things can be true at once is something we always like to say. He can be a one-on-one, and there's still, I just hope in many ways that, I know there's always been a lot of talk about like, okay, LeBron's going to leave, and who's going to be the next person to get jerked off for 2 decades. And there's been a lot of media hoopla about like who's going to be the one that's going to be the one to replace LeBron. In that sense, and I think that's like a media discourse thing, and. I think it's it gets the people going, and those are fun conversations. But maybe that's what the beauty of something like even this is that we all look at these things differently, and like maybe the way that I might look at it might be similar or different, and vice versa. Like there's certain angles. It's like a Venn diagram. There are certain parts of it where we mesh and we align, and then there's maybe a couple of contrasts. So. Not to yap too much about it, because we could talk about basketball for about 7 hours if we really wanted to. Which is why you guys got to be careful about asking these sort of questions, because then I suck up all the oxygen in this motherfucker, which is the last thing I want to do.
Well, look, I didn't mean to. Yeah, you're right. It is very much a media discourse topic. Who the best player in the world is, and I didn't want to take.
No. That's a good question, by the way. I think I don't want to make it seem like that's a bad question. I think it's a great question, and I think to answer your question, is probably like if you were building a team from scratch and you could pick any player to start a team with, wouldn't you take that guy?
Of course.
And that's the answer, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw it on another podcast. I kind of want to ask you guys your opinion on it.
Okay, what's the question?
So there was like a question of like, would you rather have Victor Wembanyama or a top 3 pick in the draft plus another someone who's picked like top 3, top 5 in any of the past like 5 years? Like, would you have those 2 players, or like, and then or Victor Wembanyama, and then what 2 players would it need to be for you to choose over Victor Wembanyama?
So the last 5 years, top 5 picks. Who
And the top 3 pick in this year's draft.
Yeah.
So that would be
So-
So you like AJ
Devontae,
Devontae,
yeah.
and then like
plus Anthony Edwards,
Cooper Flag,
or
like something like that. Like,
Yeah.
well, how many?
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I mean, if you
Yeah.
ask me, yeah, I'd take 2 over 1, and I mean,
Yeah.
in that sense. But I mean, yeah, Wemby's incredible. So at the same time, I mean, that'd be a fun debate. But I think, I don't know. I'm one of those. I'll give you the Switzerland answer where it's like I would probably need the hope. Siobhan's probably shaking his head because you take Wemby, huh?
Yeah, look, not to be prisoner of the moment, but I think he's one of one.
Okay.
Mhm.
He's a game changer when it comes to defense.
Oh yeah.
And like, here's the thing: if you do take the two players, a top 5 guy and a top 5 pick from the last 5 years, you still have to go up against Wembanyama, and
Of
that
course.
team still might not have an answer.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's
Yeah,
true.
I know, and that's why I say it's just the caveat of it is like, it's just to me, basketball. I think the way that I've always seen basketball has probably been in a way where, I think sometimes people forget that, like, not you guys, but just in like general discourse of it, where I think, it's like you see in the promos, it's like a LeBron against, Wemby or Steph and KD or whatever it is, and it's like, there's still 8 other dudes out there. So if it's, I mean, Wemby on it by himself he's probably 1 on 1, and he's starting the team, you do that, but I think it would just depend, who am I getting if I'm picking like those 2 players that you're mentioning. Like, obviously, we have to build out the rest of our team, so who knows? But like San Antonio can win this series, they can win the finals this year, but it doesn't mean that they're a lock to win the finals every year. By the way, I hope Dylan Harper's okay too. Looks like he went to the locker room with a low injury here.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough question. I think it would really, you're telling me I get 2 players. I always just think it depends. It's a fun question, but
So the last 5,
Maybe it's
No.
last 3 because I don't know. Like,
so what would be an example? So you're saying like your question would be,
so it would be the number. If you were to just look at number 1 picks last 5 years, you have Anthony Edwards, Cade Cunningham, Paulo Banchero, Wembanyama, take him out.
Yeah.
Zachary
Rice-Share,
Mhm.
and then Cooper Flag.
and those are the first overall picks.
Those are just the first overall picks.
Yeah. So then,
And then if you look at it from a top 5 perspective, like the main names that stand out are Stephon Castle, the 2 Spurs players actually.
Dylan Harper,
Dylan
Stephon
Harper,
Castle.
Amen Thompson, Brandon Miller. Not a lot of eye-popping like superstars in that list.
Players that you think will be there maybe eventually, but not anyone jumping off the board
I mean,
immediately.
I guess it just depends on that. That's a fun hypothetical question, I guess. But I don't know. I've always looked at it maybe where, I think, especially with basketball, you need complementary players. So, especially nowadays, it's not like what it was, I think, 10 years ago, where it was just, it was LeBron and Cleveland against the Warriors for, what was it, a couple years in a row. A lot of those teams, not even as, it wasn't like that was that long ago. But for a long time, there wasn't that many good teams back even 10 years ago. It was like, there was the Rockets with James Harden. There was a couple other decent teams. But
Golden State.
Yeah, Golden State, obviously, Cleveland. There was like 3 or 4 really, but nowadays, I mean, it's San Antonio and OKC, like, this is a heavyweight clash. I mean, so it's like, they got Wemby, but, let's not get ahead of ourselves and forget, like, OKC still got a really good team too. So it's like,
Of course. And they're young.
So it's like, I just feel like for me, I would always rather have 2 really good players
Mhm.
You can never have too many good players, I guess. Like San Antonio's got Wemby, but then they've also got all these other guys we're mentioning too. But yeah, Wemby's also 1-1, so it's like I don't want to make that. I guess it's a caveat.
So it sounds like you're leaning towards the 2-for-1.
Yeah, personally, I'll always take. I mean, some people will probably disagree with me, but I mean, I guess it also, like I said, it depends how we're building out the rest of the roster. Because if you're telling me I get, again, those 2 and 1, I still have, we still have to fill out a whole rest of the team. So we could be here for hours, kind of picking that apart. But
yeah, I mean, it's like a fantasy roster almost. You're like you have a certain budget.
Yeah,
and you're spending it all.
I mean, those are always the fun conversations because it kind of gets the gets the hamster wheel moving in the brain.
Yeah.
At least it gets the wheels turning. But yeah, this is gonna be a really good series.
I think. Would you say your point was we used to have very few. It was very much a top-heavy league.
Yes.
5 years ago. Do you think that's still not the case? I think like OKC.
No, I think the difference is that there's more depth of good teams. Teams are deeper. So, back in the day, the coverage was always about like big three.
Yeah.
Right. So the big three. Who's the big three? Right.
Yeah.
The
best big three.
Yeah, and I think nowadays, maybe the coverage hasn't changed as much, but like the talent level, at least in my opinion, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But I think like even just these two teams we're talking about, like you look up and down the roster, like obviously, most conversations are going to start with Wemby. Jokic, SGA, and that's where the conversation is going to lead, right?
Yeah.
But I think the difference is that there's more of those quality caliber of players, so there's a ton of them, and then in addition to that, when maybe the traditional basketball discourse has been conditioned to maybe talk about it in this stars, role players, and whatever. And look, I understand that being a role player is not an insult. You can be a star in your role, and that's fine. And a lot of people have no problem with that. But I guess my point is that even if you were going to call them role players or complementary players, like those players are also better and able to do more. Like if you notice and you watch any of these random games, like you have guys that come off the bench and they have they take shots that players that were maybe 10 years ago, they're not coming in and they don't have that kind of shot making ability or defensive ability and athleticism and, the ability to, guard multiple different positions and, on the perimeter and in the paint and all these different things. Like, the modern basketball athlete, especially, they've never been bigger, quicker, faster. These guys get made. Obviously, Wemby's the best example of being made in the lab, but there's a lot of other guys too that are really, So I just think the overall quality depth, there's not really, like in this game, like there are no bad players essentially. Like they're all quality basketball players.
It's so interesting to me that, at least in the USA, when it comes to the regular season, the NFL still, and the gap has gotten wider, it still eclipses the NBA in terms of viewership.
Domestically, you're talking about, right?
Domestically.
Because I know that's a big conversation where we talk about it globally. Basketball is a very big international sport. Obviously, we've got the World Cup coming up this summer, the beautiful global game, and can't wait for that. And we're going to continue to talk about that.
But like we have these like freak athletes in the NBA, yet I think NFL as a product.
I think that's just more so media discourse and coverage. Like I think basketball coverage in its whole, and I don't want to be one of those people that bags on coverage because ultimately instead of complaining about it, we can just have our own coverage and just let us, just do that. But I guess, the NFL definitely has a really big stranglehold. I mean, I know you can talk about this a lot, where, the NFL has a hold on a lot of people, even though it's a sport where they play the least amount out of any sport throughout the calendar year, but it gets talked about like it's a 24/7, 365 sport, even though there's nothing that happens for 7-8 months out of the year.
Right.
And so I think that's you mentioned the numbers part of it. I think a big part of it is just the amount of the eyeballs on it, the advertising dollars, the sponsors. Like that's where the money goes. That's where the coverage goes. Like, if you're someone who doesn't typically, maybe you don't have the time to like really dig into sports, and you only just like can see what's on your phone or whatever, right? And your algorithm's only telling you about, the NFL, and that's probably where your eyeballs are going to go. But
Yeah.
The NFL is really good at making an event and maximizing an event. We talk about obviously the season as a whole. It's it's a sprint and a marathon at the same time. And then when the season ends, it doesn't really end because you got the combine, which a lot of us feel like whether it's obsolete or moot or whatever. The fact that it's covered the way it is and it's talked about the way it is, and we're getting around the clock reports about whose hand size is, who's got big hands, who's got small hands, who's got, I feel like it's like a Republican debate stage, little Marco with his little hands, who's got the biggest hands on the stage. But and then after you got obviously the draft, which has just become its own thing. I mean, it's bigger than any other draft in any other professional sport. And then I think the most recent example, and maybe the best example, would be the schedule release, and how that is almost taken on its own. That's almost become an event in itself. Announcing who's playing, where the Titans are playing in Week 7. It's become a whole thing, and credit to the NFL. They're it's something that they're really good at, and I mean during the NFL schedule release or the days leading up, we're getting my phone's blowing up texts about the schedule week 2 matchup between the Eagles and whomever on CBS or on Fox. It's like, okay, great. Well, we're in the middle of May, and we got the NBA playoffs, we got the NHL playoffs, we got soccer season, the domestic leagues, waning down. We got the World Cup coming up, baseball season in full swing. But what are we talking about?
The schedule release.
The NFL.
Yeah.
It's always at the top of mind.
Well,
it's all at top of mind. It's always, at least domestically, it's always going to be, a forefront topic. And
I mean, it's very much incentivized in the media to have it be in your top of mind because there's only 16 or 17, 18 games? 18 games.
17 games.
17
will
games.
Be 18. In due time.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll get Roger Goodell on here one of these days. What do you think about that? Or maybe Jerry Jones.
Yeah. Maybe you can make that happen with their connections, as a Cowboys fan.
Number one Cowboys fan in Orange County.
Yeah, you got number one Cowboys fan. You heard it here first.
There aren't too many of them in the world.
Yeah.
It's a very niche franchise.
Yeah.
Kind of like the, on the flip side, America's team, the Arizona Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
They got a lot of fanfare. A lot of people that talk about them. But yeah, I think that you said it best. We got all these things coming up, but you go on the ESPN app, and half of the headlines that are at the top of the headline on your phone are about the NFL, and they got a big article today about owners meddling in draft picks and stuff like that, which I thought was funny. And it's like, so yeah, I don't want to be one of those people that complains about other people. I mean, maybe sometimes we will. It's just hard not to sometimes, but it really,
it's the UnFiltered report.
Yeah,
I know, but it's also we don't, I don't want to be in, we just want to. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's just like you said. I don't know. Personally, I think there's always room to talk about the NFL. We can always talk about football, but like you said, I think there's a middle ground there where we can talk about football in May, but then we can also acknowledge that there's all this,
You can walk and chew gum. I mean, I'm not talking football year round is perfectly. I'm always going to be down.
Yeah, but it's like you mentioned,
but as long as it doesn't take away
from the other ones,
the other great things that are happening,
and that's the plus.
I think our grievances aren't with people talking football, at the bar or at work, No, that's what we want. That's great.
Yeah,
more sports talk. We want that.
Exactly. It's having that NFL talk and the other ones.
Well, no, it's when the powers that be, the talking heads, the media, because whether we like to admit it or not, that's what shapes a lot of our discourse. Even those of us who don't consume that, like all those blowhards on some of these networks, you still can't run away from the fact that they dictate a lot of narratives. And so
but people tune in though. That's the thing. Like
they tune in. They make a conscious.
But I've always the argument, the counter argument to that, and I'd be interested to see what other people might have to think about this. The counter argument to that, yes, people tune into that, but that's also because that's just where the eyeballs are. It's almost like it's a twofold thing. They get the eyeballs, but at the same time too, like with sports, right? There's only a handful of networks and streaming services that really cover all of these different sports, right? And then ironically, I don't really listen to podcasts at all, so I can't really talk on that. But I would imagine that I think there's a difference between ratings and what you're actually talking about. Like you can get ratings, that's fine, but is it why people watch things is their own determination. But I feel like sometimes when you do the thing for the ratings, you lose the purpose of what you're actually trying to do, right? Which is where you're just trying to have that discourse about all these different things. Whereas if you're doing it for ratings, then you're only talking about the things that's how you get that quote unquote nauseating NFL coverage, and without the coverage of the other ones, is because it's this thought process of everything is about the bottom line and the dollar, and we got to go where the eyeballs are at, and the eyeballs are at the hot takes and the NFL and who's the GOAT debate and all that stuff. Like that's where the money's at. At least as far as what the options of the data are.
And oftentimes, but not always, but oftentimes when you make your focus about ratings and acquiring the most amount of eyeballs and clicks and all that, a direct consequence many times is the quality of what you're putting out it's less about the quality, the substance of what you put out. It's about just talking about what people want to hear, telling people what they want to hear, and kind of manufacturing that for them.
Yeah, and I think actually I'm glad you bring that up, because I think in many ways, I look at it like the four of us. We always talk about propaganda all the time. Like I can't speak on you guys' behalf, but I always look at it as, who am I to determine what other people should talk about? Who am I to control the discourse of what, like in these conversations that we're having? Like I don't want to dictate what we talk about. And I don't want to say like, oh, okay, we have to talk about this because it's going to get more eyeballs, or like, I just feel like that kind of defeats the whole purpose, at least the way I look at it. I could be wrong, but
yeah, I mean, like you're right. It's the sports discourse in television and media has become very politicized, and I think like we've definitely it's kind of a disservice to say it was always like this, because there was a time where like ESPN, the big organizations in sports media, had really thoughtful analysis and commentators back in the day, and we have none of that now.
I think you do, but you have to seek it out. It's not going to be the default.
Yeah. That's the difference. And I think, obviously you always hear people talk about how, the way that people consume things is ever evolving, and it's never, nowadays, you can go on your phone and you can find literally anything if you wanted to.
And the algorithm will tailor.
And the algorithm,
watch.
exactly. Well, okay, you click on one thing, it says, "Ooh, this person likes this. Let's send them more." And then
Like this person likes the hot takes,
Yeah.
so let's send him more hot takes.
yeah,
from the same guy.
and to get all the data of like, okay, this person was on this video for this length of time.
Yeah,
You can really mine that data, and you could take all it and I don't know. It's a very fascinating conversation, just because I think
sure.
you don't want to take away the. I don't want to hate on other people's success. So, like the people that get the ratings, regardless of where it comes from, whether it's traditional cable network TV or some podcast somewhere or YouTube.
Well, now
channel.
YouTube's a big source of a lot of the pundits you see on Fox Sports, ESPN, blah blah blah.
Yeah, they put it on YouTube.
They're
right?
all on YouTube.
Yeah,
TikTok too, I imagine. Like,
Yeah.
Obviously, YouTube Shorts, things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
TikTok,
that's where it's at, and ironically, you can find the Unfiltered Report on YouTube and some
There
of
you
the
go.
YouTube
There you
shorts
go.
as well.
Nice.
There we go.
That's plug number one.
Yeah.
How many plugs do you get per episode?
Is there a quota?
Yeah.
No free ads, man. But when it comes to yourself, you can always
Yeah.
give yourself advert. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
think you kind of gave us an advertisement in the beginning.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
spreading some really
Yeah.
good Jason and
That
good
was
propaganda.
That was
man.
beautiful propaganda. We like that propaganda.
Yeah,
More of that.
Yeah.
As the kids call it, I was glazing you.
You glad good, man.
Well, Justin gave a plug on that, or Jason
Oh, yeah.
on his OnlyFans.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ryan gave a plug on this.
I mean, this
in
is
a
our
better
thing.
way, and
This is our
yeah.
thing. No, but I mean, it's not even a plug. It's just it is available. Well, unfortunately, only I think episode 54 onwards are on YouTube, but the rest are on Apple, Spotify, and Substack. But shout out to some random comment I saw on one.
Poland, baby.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. Was that you?
What?
Or you just saw that comment? You got a burner account? Was that you? Yeah.
It's unassuming, right? Why would I choose Poland? Right? I'm a
Yeah.
Polish guy.
Yeah, you know what? He just gave himself away. It's all his YouTube.
Maybe I was
alter
craving
ego.
a Polish dog at the time.
Wait,
and I
what
just-
is this? You had a comment?
Yeah, I think it was this guy, Nick D over here, his alter ego. So we got Jason is the alter ego of Justin, and then we got this guy.
Poland?
You have
He's
a Polish name?
his fifth country is Poland.
Oh, yeah.
It's Niklaus D'Antoniowski.
So there we go.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
There
Yeah.
you go. So that was you then. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nicholas Kolakowski D'Antonio over here.
Yeah.
I got Lewandowski on speed dial.
There you go.
Oh.
He's got big rubber on
He's
speed.
leaving. Rip.
So, anyways, yeah, big shout out to this guy for getting my head out of my ass.
Yeah.
I think I do that best out of everybody.
Look at that! Look at this guy, man.
He gets your head. in
He
your
gets
ass.
he gets my head in my ass, but
Yeah.
then he gets my head out of my ass. Is that what it is?
I glaze him, but then I also humble him.
See, well, that's gonna be on Jason's OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Can't wait.
It's gonna upload through the Unfiltered Report. So
Yeah.
it'll be a 2-for-1 dual,
Yeah.
dual action.
Yeah. Like
We'll funnel subscriptions for his OnlyFans basically.
you're like the opener.
We're like the plug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the plug. We're the middleman.
Something's getting plugged.
Oh,
Just
There we go.
there you go.
tonight.
Oh man, the bodily fluids are starting to pump. It's not even after dark yet, folks.
It's not. Although it's getting there.
Yeah, the sun's barely going down, huh?
What would you say out of all the podcasts episodes you've done for this? What's the most listened one? Do you know?
The most listened one?
Yeah, like in terms of
That's a good question. I'm not sure how accurate the data is on this, but from what it tells me, the first one, ironically, I think I don't know why that is, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, we don't really do any. I mean, at least me, I don't know.
track it.
No, I mean, it tells me the basic, but I don't dig too deep into it or like who, I'm just thankful that even like 20 people take the time out of it, however many people it is, that they take the time to, listen to us and do all that.
You think you should get this out there more? Like maybe like an advertisement?
It is out there.
I mean, it's our thing.
Yeah.
It's not, it's not just me, you got some pretty good marketing skills yourself too.
You should work for the NFL.
Yeah.
Goodell would love you.
I think Roger Goodell might need to. You might be the one
who
who.
right down the street, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
might be
yeah.
you might be the one to get the one-on-one exclusive. with Roger
Yeah.
Goodell. So that's kind of the point I'm trying to make. Is like this is not my thing. Like this is just It really is a group thing. Like this is, we were talking about the stock market a little bit earlier. Like this is really our company, right?
Very much.
You
What's
know.
it called? What's the name of the company?
The Unfiltered Report.
I mean, we can call it something else. We can come up with a different name. So maybe we need a rebrand.
You need a
new logo, maybe new
Are we an LLC or like?
Yeah, maybe we need to start filing some estate taxes or something. Or
There you go.
we got to get some legal counsel going in here.
Yeah, you can do some tax evasion. It's fine.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
tax
you heard it
evasion.
here first.
Corruption's never been hotter these days. But
I know.
insider trading and corruption's never been this sexy.
Right.
And it's never been so easy to do with people. Like it's almost like, look at me, I'm doing this. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah. Did you insider trade back in the day?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, definitely. Insider trading. This is what they're gonna get the FBI knocking on the door here in a couple minutes. But
Well, they've already known.
He learned his chops from California's own finest, Nancy Pelosi. So
there you go. Yeah.
Rest in peace. Is she alive?
barely.
Okay.
Clinging on for
You
dear
could-
life,
you could
but
say
like
that.
she has a pulse.
She has a pulse.
There we go. Yeah.
That's what matters. I was thinking of
Does she
Diane.
have a heart?
I was thinking of Diane
Oh,
Feinstein.
that sounds very.
Dianne Feinstein. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Wow. Definitely didn't have that on my bingo card for tonight. Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's why. That's how
this-
people know that these aren't
Yeah.
scripted. By the way.
Nah, this guy bet on
Because
Calci.
that would there you go.
You bet
He
like,
had
oh,
Dianne Feinstein plus
Yeah.
5,000.
Yeah, there you go. Actually, they don't have 5,000 on
Oh, they
Calci.
don't?
I think they do. They do different. They have like a percent. They equate what would be plus 5,000 in Vegas to like their own.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Siobhan said it best. It's not betting. It's
Prediction
prediction market.
Prediction.
There we go.
So you're betting. You're betting on stock. Like so instead, you're not. You're betting on what instead of like, okay, I think the Thunder are going to win by 5 points, or the Spurs are going to win by 6 points, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's
It's a yes or no.
a yes or no question.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's very bifurcated.
So it finds a way to bypass. So that's why, the corruption's never been hotter. Like
Mhm.
honestly, the Calci guys and the Poly Market and all those guys, like they look. Who's going to stop them if you're going to be able to, we're going to talk about like college basketball. I know you guys don't watch college basketball, but like there's a lot of hoopla going around about, like LSU's going out and signing like 23, 24, 25-year-old dudes from Europe.
Mm.
People getting really mad about it because they're throwing like $5 million at players who've been in like the NBA draft like 5 years ago.
Mhm.
A guy who got traded last year in the NBA that just signed yesterday. Like people get, but you think LSU signing all these people if they don't think that they're going to be able to play?
Mhm.
So it's like, hey, you know what? Like, who's going to stop you?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you can find a loophole, who's going to stop you, man? Unless people, the only way you get stopped is if people push back against it. And a lot of times people don't push back against stuff because they don't talk about
Yeah.
it. Or they don't know about it.
Well, you know what they say, corruption is not bad. Corruption is only bad if I am not involved.
That's a really nice accent, by the way. Is that
Polish? Is that Polish?
That's Polish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we confirm?
Was that a Polish accent?
That was Polish.
So
What do you
maybe
think it was?
I don't know. It's just,
What does it sound like to you?
I mean, with the fit you got going on, I think you kind of pulled it off a little bit. To be honest with you.
Thank you. But yeah, I think we all have a little corruption in us. Some of us more than others.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you,
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah, I don't think anyone. I don't know. That's a whole different can of worms.
Okay, well, we all know the most corrupt
Do we?
league.
Dude, we-
Oh, the
league,
league.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
That's a
It's
very.
a 4-letter organization.
Gianni Infantino.
FIFA.
Maybe he could be the thumbnail for tonight's episode
Yeah.
Yeah.
for the Unfiltered.
Ryan, what do you feel today?
Today I feel gay, disabled. What was the other one?
You feel gay and disabled? Shabam, how do you
A
feel today?
Qatari worker.
I feel straight and
Migrant worker. Wasn't that what he said?
Yeah.
What was the? Can you quote the exact quote?
I'd be happy to.
Yeah. What was the exact?
It's the background in our
Group
group
chat.
chat. Yeah, well, you wouldn't know because you haven't updated. You're still on iOS 5.
Yeah, I live in the Stone Age, man. Dude,
Yeah.
it took me. Can you believe it took me 70 episodes to figure out how to properly upload the fucking titles? Fucking dumbass, man. I was gonna drop another word, but Siobhan said we might get actually no, Siobhan, you were the one who said we might not get canceled, but
What?
Jason was saying we might get canceled if we drop. Yeah. We'll save that word for another day. Today I have very strong feelings. Today I feel Qatari. Today I feel Arab. Today I feel African. Today I feel gay. Today I feel disabled. Today I feel a migrant worker. FIFA president Gianni Infantino.
Beautiful.
And that doesn't even account. That was for the last World Cup. That doesn't even, we've kind of edged it a little bit, but we had. Oh, by the way, this is actually a great time. I'm actually going to ask a question before I go any further. But yeah, so I was going to say we haven't talked about, we teased it a little bit with the Gianni Infantino from a couple months ago. So I want to ask Justin, Jason, Siobhan, and then D. I know we've talked about this, but it's been a while since we've done it, and I'm gonna open this up to the three of you guys. We're starting to take nominations for the Unfiltered Report Person of the Year, and we're gonna at the end of the year we're gonna turn it into a legitimately big ceremony. I'm not even joking. You guys can hold me to this. If we don't do it, you can be like, Ryan, you didn't do it. I'll say, yeah, I failed. So it's pressure, and pressure makes diamonds. We're gonna do it. So what we're gonna do? We're going to have an award ceremony. It's going to be an inaugural. It's going to be a yearly thing, but we're going to have the inaugural one at the end of the year, sometime probably in December. It's going to be the Unfiltered Reports Person of the Year. We can also, I was thinking, maybe have a couple of like subcategories, if it's like an award show. Mm-hmm. But then, the award of the night is the Unfiltered Reports Person of the Year. And we're gonna nominate a bunch of people from now until maybe I'd say November. And then we'll have a voting period, and then we'll have it just like people vote for MVP, state-run media. We will have our own version of that, but it'll be the Unfiltered Reports version. So I'd like to ask you guys, who would you like to nominate? You can nominate multiple people for the Unfiltered Reports Person of the Year. Some previous nominees have been Gianni Infantino. For one, who were some of the others we had? Marcus Freeman,
Mike Tirico.
And part of the beauty of this is that you can look at it on either flip of a coin of whether it's legitimate or satire.
Yeah.
Artie Moreno,
yeah. For the Unfiltered Reports Person of the Year, yeah. Artie Moreno.
Who else?
Did we nominate Dylan Gabriel and Tua Tagovailoa? Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely.
For the Unfiltered Reports Person of the Year. So anybody. It could be anybody. It can even be somebody.
Kate Klubnik, Drew Aller.
There you go.
Your boys, Carson Beck.
There you go. He's nominating a couple.
Fernando Mendoza.
There you go. Okay.
There you go. We got the checkbox on the
Jackson Dart.
Cuban community.
There you go. See, that's the beauty of this is that people won't know whether we're being serious or not with some of these nominations. Some of them are.
I still think Eileen Gu is a dark horse. I mean, it might be. It was front heavy earlier in the year.
Yeah, Winter Olympics heavy, but you can't forget, right? You can't let it fall out of the narrative, huh?
Absolutely not.
There you go. Just
speaking of Winter Olympics, we had a member of our government celebrating a very important gold medal.
Oh, there you go.
He kind of resembles an NFL head coach.
There you go.
Yeah.
He could definitely be a nominee for the Unfiltered Report Person of the Year. I think that's someone who might actually show up to the awards ceremony.
Oh, really? He'll probably be a little bit drunk.
I mean, hey, you know what? We're gonna have beverages and refreshments.
He'll be taken care of. We'll get everything he wants.
Well, yeah. Well, listen, we like to take care of our guests here.
Absolutely.
We want people to feel comfortable. It's a safe space.
Yeah.
Of course. We're gonna turn it into a whole ceremony. We'll find out where we do it. That part I don't know, but we're gonna do a whole, we're gonna have an award ceremony. We'll have, we can.
Who's on the voting? Who's on the voting committee?
The stars of the Unfiltered Report, and the people.
Only the best and the brightest.
The UN Security Council.
Yeah.
Oh.
And just the beautiful people of planet Earth, man. Whoever wants to be a part of it.
Track of all the nominations.
No, we're gonna start doing that after tonight, probably. I'd like to open this up for future discussion for everybody else to come on here and start throwing out some names, and then we can. So by the end of it, hopefully, my hope is by the time it gets to about because we're only in May, So there's going to be a lot of nominees we haven't thrown out yet. They're going to come up here.
Yeah.
We haven't even had a World Cup yet. We haven't. Oh, I mean, how can we forget? The Unfiltered Report, some other nominees: Alexi Lawless, Stu Holden, John Strong. What's that? Rob Stone, JP Dellacamera. Is that his name?
Dr. Joe Magnick.
Oh.
The whole gang of
Who are these people?
These are the.
No, you'll get familiarized with them in very soon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's only May, brother. We have a lot of nominees to go. Shout out to my guy Stu Holden. We're connected on LinkedIn. My algorithm shows me his LinkedIn posts. I think it knows that I want to.
Like it.
I love the guy. He's a nominee for the Unfiltered Reports Person of the Year. How can I not love him?
Yeah. What's like? How crazy is your guys' algorithm?
My algorithm?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What platforms are you on? What like social media? Or
Me, nothing. What are you guys on? I mean,
I'm on everything, bro.
yeah. Okay. So what is your algorithm like? What is
it's
it?
pretty crazy. Like
Pop it up. Bring it up right now.
like the other day, it was like of people like jumping off cliffs
Oh.
and stuff. Like
For fun or
base jumping or like
Yeah,
you thinking
no.
about like
Do you need me to get you the hotline number?
no,
Yeah.
like
No.
yes, please actually.
for fun, right?
No,
Like, with, like,
for
what
like
thing?
accidents. Oh, like it was like videos of cars like getting into crazy crashes.
Oh, like people falling off in their cars off cliffs.
Yeah,
Jesus.
or a car.
The hell kind of algorithm you got
Car
going on
crashing.
there, brother?
Wow, Rasheed Rice just said that's an idea.
Yeah,
That's a crazy algorithm, man. I don't know.
yeah. Or
How did you get down that rabbit hole?
I don't
'Cause
know.
that starts somehow, you know.
yeah, you had to
I
have
think
like
it's got
something.
the wrong guy. I think
Everyone says that.
They got that Polish guy inside you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nicholas Shibam.
Is that
Antonio.
Yeah.
is that racist?
Oh, you two are married.
Yeah.
Same last name. Oh,
Yeah.
good for you guys.
You left the Belgian girl?
Damn.
No.
Oh.
Which what side of the U.S. is that? The Belgium.
The Belgium
girl?
side of
Yeah.
There's a wait. You guys lost me. You guys lost me, man. I heard Belgium, and
Yeah.
we won't pry for information there.
Oh no, he's just referring to a Belgian woman
that you met in New York, right?
that I met in New York.
Oh?
Yes.
I don't want to pry for
New York.
details, man. That's private
Yeah,
information.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call it the Belgium of the East Coast, actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
New York famous for the amount of Belgians there.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot of French
Little,
fries.
little people know that.
A
Wow.
lot of French fries there.
There we go.
You
Which
took
is a
her.
Belgian thing.
Yeah.
Wow, you took her coast to coast, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Coast to coast. That's what we're all about, you know. Like
There you go.
Like-
that could be a nice little spin-off. Siobhan Bott Coast to Coast.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Ooh.
oh,
Could be like a good weekly segment, you know.
I like that.
just
What about like a
you in the city, bro? Yeah. What if
like
it
a
just?
hiking with?
Would you do that by yourself? Would you do that solo? Like if we give you some sort of because that's kind of something we've been talking about opening it up is people doing like their own solo shit, just uploading it through the same umbrella we got here at the Unfiltered Report. So it could be like
Sure.
you
just give me a mic and I'll do it.
Yeah. I'll take care of whatever you need, man. I got you, and I'll take you to dinner too.
And then I'll take the bodily fluids out of you.
Oh wow!
Oh.
Save that for Jason's OnlyFans later.
I'll save it for Nicolas D'Antonio Lauskin.
This guy's sneaky, man. Sneaking around on the internet with alter egos, pretending to be some Polish guy.
I bet his algorithm's clean because he doesn't know who he is.
That's
He's a
true.
different guy.
If anything, he's got like 7 different algorithms, though, because he's got 7 different personas. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Right? Because you got to think, we're complex people. We're not just, we're not. There are a lot of different variations of the same person.
Would you say
right?
you're a complex person?
Me?
Is there a lot to you that we don't know?
That's not for me to say, man. I think that's just for people to make their own interpretations.
Yeah.
I don't
think there are many complex people in the world. I think everyone's pretty straightforward. I think what you see is what you get.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think there are a lot of things you never know about people.
Yeah, but ultimately, like what you see is what you get.
And that's true, but I don't know. It's a scary thought sometimes. Not scary, but it's fascinating because if you really think about it, you never know what it's like to be anybody other than yourself, right?
It's true.
So
If you could be someone else,
I wouldn't want
other
to.
than me, which is your number one
Oh
choice,
man,
who else would you be?
I wouldn't want to be anybody else, man.
Good. Good.
I'm happy to be me. What about you? Who would you want to be?
Probably Wembanyama. The way he's playing right now.
Yeah, shit, he'd be coming 24/7 too with your money.
Yeah, them boys coming.
You know, he'd be getting the LeBron treatment pretty soon.
Oh.
Soon enough, people are gonna start asking, "What did Siobhan have for breakfast?"
I had you for breakfast.
Oh, wow. It's getting raunchier by the minute, man. You know that earlier when I was editing the titles for YouTube, it was asking me.
Okay, wait. Let's get serious.
Oh no, I was
Sorry,
just, no. I was just gonna say one thing. It was asking me if this is for kids or not. I think that answers the question. But anyways, let's get
It
serious.
is for kids. I would show my kids this.
Okay. There
I
you
would
go.
have a kid to this.
Oh, there you go. That's the Unfiltered Report and Show, baby.
Yeah.
There you go. So what was the serious thing you were gonna say?
So we should make our predictions on
For?
the World Cup
Oh.
winners.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna abstain because.
Why?
But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you that same question,
Sure.
and then I'm gonna ask Justin. We'll go down, and I'm gonna ask you. I mean, I'll tell you too, but if you drag it out of me, my answer might change. But I'll ask you. So, okay, World Cup coming up. How do you see going? How do you see going?
All right. Should we make our finals predictions?
I'm gonna just give it to you. However you want to take it. You're the.
Oh, just give it to me. Oh, okay, sorry. I'll go first.
Okay. Yeah.
I would say the final will probably be Spain on one end,
Okay.
and then I still need to determine the second part. I think Spain will win the whole thing, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think Spain's gonna take it?
Yeah.
Do you have a reasoning, a rationale for that?
I mean, they have fresh young talent. They're, all their young talent is coming off of great 2 years,
Okay.
and they're in prime position to win it. I think, given their depth in defense and attacking, with really good players across both sides, and
Okay. Would you want to be one of the? Because we're gonna do a big World Cup preview. So would you like to be a part of that?
Sure.
There you go.
Sure.
Yeah, we're gonna do a big mega preview.
Coast to coast.
Coast to coast
with
preview.
the Belgian
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Bring the Belgians along too.
and the Poles as well.
Yeah, bring them.
There we
Yeah,
go.
a lot of love for that Polish kid, Nick D'Antonio over here.
Nikolaus.
Nikolaus. There you go.
What? So wait, that's mine. What about you guys'?
I'm gonna Justin. Any thoughts? Or you want to wait till the preview? What about you? If you don't want to answer, we can buy you some time.
No, I think I have a who I think France will probably just win it.
Okay.
You can't really it's kind of hard not to pick a stacked team can only get you so far.
Okay.
And obviously the whole tournament can change. How players come into the tournament it decides a lot of things, injuries, and then you can't ignore how stacked that France team looks, and not kind of at least want to think that they'll probably make it far. But in terms of who I think who I'm sort of rooting for, not in the sense maybe in the sense of who do I kind of want to see do well, sort of just see how well they do. I'm feeling Portugal this year. I just kind of want to see how well they do, and I think I'll see you love that midfield, that PSG heart in the center of it, and then Nuno Mendes also and the defense, and just really solid players all around. I guess there's always a question of how does Ronaldo fit into that? Does he help? Does he hurt the team? And I don't really know about that, but I'll be interested to watch the whole time. And that's kind of the team I want to see just kind of do their thing and see how it works out. Plus, that would be crazy seeing the debate Messi Ronaldo if Ronaldo wins a World Cup.
Yeah, I don't think that's much of a debate.
Yeah, probably isn't, but at least it's more interesting than it's been in the past like couple years. Well, a year, couple
Dude,
years.
you're just reinforcing the talking head point that we were talking about.
No, but that's actually good though because we can still talk. We can talk. It doesn't mean we can't talk about that stuff.
Yeah.
There's nothing that says we can't talk about it. We
No,
can do
we
that
talk
too.
about- yeah,
We can talk about who's the GOAT.
we are the talking heads.
That's it.
We've become
Yeah.
what we hated.
Yeah,
I mean, we don't hate it. We try. We just want to.
Yeah.
We want to do all of it. You know, it's like what Dee was saying earlier. There's nothing that says we can't talk about the NFL in May, but we want to talk about all the other stuff going on too. So it's the same thing with that as well. There's nothing that's stopping us from doing player rankings and you know, I would actually love to do that. I would love to have more of these like who's the best player? Would you rather have 2 or 1? Would you rather, you know, all these different I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Like I want to do that actually. You know, okay, you can start a team from scratch. Like, you know, one of these days we'll do like a fantasy draft on the Unfiltered report. And we all read our teams off at the end. Like that sort of thing. Like I would love to do some shit like that.
Yeah. What about yourself, Nicholas? You have any predictions?
I do, but
I'm gonna save them.
I'm gonna save it.
He's gonna
Still a lot of time.
Yeah, we got to carve out the time for. We're gonna do. You know, we're gonna do a big mega. You know, we're gonna try to save World Cup coverage, man. We're gonna try to do our part to really make it a daily thing. And on top of that, in talking about the World Cup every day, there's still going to be all this other stuff going on simultaneously, and we're going to do our part to cover the World Cup every day and give that what it deserves. And then on top of that, still be able to talk about baseball and the NBA Finals and the NBA Draft and Summer League and the NHL playoffs and then, you know, the draft and college baseball tournament.
Don't worry, Shiv. In between our World Cup episode segments, we'll give you an update as to what Big Dom is eating for breakfast.
Yeah, there you go. We're gonna make sure we get some Nick Sirianni updates in here.
Oh God.
Maybe we can get some live looks into the Cleveland Browns quarterback room and see how that's going.
Yeah, a lot of that was actually one of the top headlines today. Ironically, we were talking about ESPN. It was one of the top headlines today on the app.
Wait, what is this about?
I think the headline was you know, because they're having camp right now. You know, Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson splitting reps at Cleveland Browns camp.
Splitting reps doing what?
Playing quarterback.
Well, you always have to be careful with Deshaun. I mean,
splitting reps, man. Playing quarterback. You know, that was yeah. You got to be careful these days, man. You always got to make sure you dot your T's and dot your I's and cross your T's. That tells you how much I know the saying.
Is that a saying?
yeah.
It's a corny one, but
A West Coast saying?
It's a Polish thing.
dude, you were born and raised on the West Coast. Is that a West Coast thing?
I was not born here, actually.
he actually wasn't. Yeah.
Where were you born?
It's none of your business.
Okay. No, that's true. Actually,
No,
you're
born-
actually.
Sorry, that was
You were born in Poland, right?
I was born in Poland. That's
There you
right.
go.
Cleveland Browns do have a big controversy this year, but I think Shedeur should win that job. Watson, I mean, you know, it's been watched for like a long time. They're just you never want to double down on a mistake, and unfortunately, Cleveland has that history of doing that. So, yeah,
Well, you know,
that's
hey,
a
you know
sour
what?
note.
I will say though, my guy Ryan, he gave a great recap of the NFL draft. And as much as we like to bag on the Browns, and you know what? They're still the
Very good
Browns,
draft.
rightfully so. But the past couple of years, they've had some pretty smashing drafts.
They're really if they can hit the quarterback position, they're going to be pretty damn dangerous.
Every other
Every other position they're set.
Oh yeah,
They got everything. They got
Except the
everything.
most important one.
But I give them credit because it's the one position they haven't been able to figure out. And they, you know, I give them a lot of credit for having 4 of them. You know, it's like, hey, you know what? Take your chances. And if all 4 of them don't pan out, then you go get another one and you keep going because the rest of that team's pretty damn good, both sides of the ball. So, yeah, the Browns have been a laughing stock for a long time, but you know, I think they're not as far off as people might think. But anyways, any concluding thoughts from you, gentlemen, before we wrap this up here? With OKC, by the way, ironically, as we wrap this up by 7 points, clock ticking down, 22 seconds left. They're about to pull it out. We're about to be tied 1-1. Headed back to San Antonio. I don't think any surprises there. That OKC was able to maybe pull this one out late in the fourth, and it's going to be a back and forth battle. But any concluding thoughts from you, gentlemen? I'll give it to you for each of you guys to.
No, I think this was great. Great conversation. I really look forward to the World Cup preview. I'm gonna mark that on the calendar. But a pleasure as always.
And then you're gonna be on for the FIFA tournament on Sunday too, yeah?
Yeah, I'll be here for the FIFA
So
tournament.
then you'll be back. We're gonna be blessed with your presence.
What team are you going to use?
Poland or
Mm.
Belgium.
Belgium.
There you go. Look at that.
Unfortunately, I don't know if those teams are in the game. EA
Mm.
Sports,
Yeah.
they don't give it. They've gotten rid of like the majority of national teams.
So what would you guys? So I know Siobhan's 100%. So I don't want to put you guys on the spot, but Siobhan's going to be in it. We have thoughts. We got that locked in. I don't know. You said you
Maybe.
maybe. Okay, so we won't hold you to it if you don't come. But hopefully,
We're going to be taking over Petco Park and Snapdragon Stadium this weekend. We're going to see Thomas Mueller take on San Diego FC, and then maybe you catch the Padres at
there
Grand
you go.
Slam.
Well, if you got time in the midst of all that afterwards for the perfect nightcap on Memorial Day.
I'm starving to watch some good baseball. As an Angels fan, I can either go to Angels Stadium. Maybe I can join the guys in left field with the
Oh yeah, you know what?
shirts off.
Yeah,
Tarps
the
off,
tarps
sorry.
off. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
become the big trend nowadays across.
It's great to get a little bit of like the
Yeah, we're finally.
soccer sort of flavor and
Yeah, we're finally getting that. We've been asking.
I think we spoke it into existence.
We really
There we
did.
go.
There we go. The Unfiltered report. Changing lives.
Yeah.
Changing lives. Maybe they listen to it. I don't know.
Maybe.
Honestly, I would love to get all like. I would love to do like the Unfiltered report live from one of those sections in the tarps off section.
Oh. Just do it before Artie snags you up because
Yeah, they're gonna be putting in a hit soon, huh?
I think so. Artie's got
Shit.
yeah.
Especially with the people we're gonna have coming on tearing his asshole apart. I don't think they're gonna like that very much. But maybe we'll put that on. We'll put that on the OnlyFans. If
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
People
But yeah,
pay for that.
listen, we love Artie Moreno, man. He's going to be nominated for the Unfiltered Reports Person of the Year, and the Angels are right here in our backyard. I hope he makes it to the ceremony. I would love to.
And you know what? We'll guarantee in honor of Artie Moreno, we're gonna make the tickets cheap. It's gonna be a great experience. Bring your kids.
No
bring your
tickets, it's
family.
free. I will take.
Mm.
We
Is that what
would,
you're plugging?
Yeah, that's right.
we would take care of everything. No, we're not going to charge him a dime. Just
Get a
show
hot
up,
dog, a drink.
whatever you want.
We'll make sure that Cash Patel has special beverages that are a bit more to his liking.
Listen,
But,
man, we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna, eat. Maybe we'll get those like award ceremonies, with the nice tables and everything, and we'll dress up.
Who would you want at your table?
Well, I'm hoping to be.
The host?
I don't know if I'm gonna be the host. Maybe we might have to start taking applications for who wants to host. I hear Stephen Colbert needs a job.
You know what? I think Mike Tirico could do it. What if he's the host and then he ends up winning?
Hey, there you go. You could host, yeah.
The
I heard Skip
Olympics.
Bayless. Skip Bayless needs a job.
There you go. I wouldn't say they need a job. I don't think they need a job, but we're always happy to have them all aboard. I don't know. We'll have to see who's going to host the night, and maybe we'll have like I mentioned, we'll have maybe some other awards, and we'll have presenters for each award. We'll do like little skits that they have, like the corny skits that they have. But we'll actually do them interestingly. We'll do like we'll make it a whole deal. We're gonna dress up like. I want Justin. Maybe you can design some outfits for San Podcast.
He's our official fashion correspondent.
Oh, the Unfiltered Report red carpet.
Oh,
Yeah. There you go. And then we can ask the question. And who are you wearing tonight?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I always see these compilation clips where they have like the award show analysts, or like it's like the Oscars or whatever, and they have the red carpet show with all these random people they have on I don't know who they are, but they have them on like ABC or whatever. and then every time they show someone's outfit, they always go, "Ooh, it's giving me this.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's giving me this. Ooh." And they say, and there's like compilation videos you can see where they say it like 50 times in the span of probably like an hour and a half. But they do it. I think. I mean, it's natural, so I don't mind it. But we could have something like that. We'll have the Unfiltered Report red carpet. Ooh, what are you wearing? Who are you wearing tonight? People showing off their fashion a little bit. We'll have a seating chart. So we'll have different tables, and we'll have like maybe Artie Moreno and Dylan Gabriel at one table, and then Mike Tirico and Marcus Freeman at another table.
Gianni Infantino and Nick Sirianni at another table.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And then fucking
maybe like John Harbaugh and Jim Harbaugh at another.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. The Harbaugh brothers are always welcome. Oh, Bill Belichick's gonna be
Yes.
a nominee for the Unfiltered
Yes.
Reports Person of the Year because we're nominating him to go to Southampton. So in order to push that propaganda, he needs an invitation.
That table can be Bill Belichick and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ooh, okay.
Hey, there you go. She can be a nominee. So this is how we end up in Guantanamo. So we end
Or
up.
Epstein Island.
I think what he meant to say was Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini.
Those can be nominees as well. Yeah, both of them are nominees for the Unfiltered Report Person of the Year, and I hope to see all of them at the ceremony.
Diana Rossini, the commentator?
Yeah,
The analyst?
Oh, you didn't read into the story, huh?
No, I did.
Oh, you need to listen.
You
to
do some
Malik.
research.
You need to listen to the Malik episode where he talks about.
Yeah.
He does like a whole 30 for 30 on it.
Yeah, it was
Well,
great. Yeah, it was-
You know what they say? Don't shit where you work, and don't eat where you shit.
Is it don't shit where you eat or don't eat where you should? I guess it both apply, right?
I think they both apply. Anyways, the point.
The Unfiltered Report definitely is in some,
Hey, maybe Diana can join the Unfiltered Report. And
yeah, there you go.
I heard she's got a thing for podcasters. So,
I mean, listen, we keep these open. We keep these invitations for anybody to listen
talking
to.
about who are you wearing?
You want to be wearing? See, this is how we get canceled for sure. You know what? If we're going down swinging, right?
Oh yeah.
You know what? At least when we're in a Salvadorian prison with our head shaved, at least we'll know that we did it for a good cause.
Yeah.
I hope not though. I love life, man. I'm all about peace and love. I want to bridge the gap, and that's what the Unfiltered Report Person of the Year ceremony is going to be about. It's about putting all of these people in the same room.
like this guy, Tom Steyer.
Yeah. There you go. Tom Steyer is a nominee as well.
Oh.
I want all of these people in the same room,
Mhm.
regardless of age, sex, gender, how much money you make, what your job title is, political party, beliefs, religious, not religious. We want them all here, man. We want peace and love. We want to bring everybody in the same room and show people that we can all have a good fucking time. And life is better living than it is not.
Yeah.
That's
And that's what we want to do.
Oh
Man.
man, he's
Yeah.
spitting right here.
We wanna-
He's
we
spitting
wanna-
bars.
We want to bring these people together, man. Put
Why
them all in the same room.
Yeah. Why don't we have a Negabot Rossini ticket? 2028.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about me, man, but I think, if anything, I think you three guys are the pretty good making of a cabinet. But you know what, man? America 250. God bless America. America's never been hotter,
Speaking of America 250, guess who's going to be in the city of brotherly love on America's birthday?
You?
Oh, I wish. But no, it's going to be our handsome young man over here out of
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, yours truly.
you're gonna be, yeah. What are you doing out
watching
there?
the
round of 16.
round of 16 match
Oh, there you go.
in Philadelphia. It's gonna be very fun. I'm very
There you
excited.
go.
I've never been to a World Cup match before, obviously. So I'm hoping, I did the bracketing math, and I'm hoping it's France Germany,
Mm.
but we'll see. It's going to be a knockout game, obviously, and I just hope it's a good game.
There's a really good chance we'll get one of those two at least.
Yeah.
Well-
But it's gonna be fun. We booked our Airbnb and everything. We've been in Philadelphia.
Dude,
Have you guys been to Philadelphia?
Nah, I've been to the airport one time, but never
Counts.
outside of the airport. I don't think that counts, but I did. I had an airport Philly cheesesteak. That was fun.
Yeah, Pat's or Geno's.
But I don't remember, man. I just remember having the cheesesteak and then flying. I don't know.
Oh, it's tough. Blow up that bathroom in the plane.
Shit, man. I don't know if I should answer that one.
Okay.
No, I'm
You don't
just
have
kidding.
to.
No, actually, to be honest, I don't. Actually, I have no problem admitting this. Maybe I'm weird. I can't eat or drink on planes.
Because of motion sickness.
I just don't want to use the restroom if I don't have to.
He has a traumatic experience. I'm sorry for bringing this up, Brian. But
Oh, actually, that wasn't traumatic, but I
You
know
know
what
what
you're
I'm
gonna
talking
bring
about?
up. You can bring it up.
Oh,
Because it's not traumatic. I know. I remember for whatever reason people made this a really big deal at the time, but I never really thought it. You can bring it up.
why
I
don't you
mind.
set the stage, man?
Because no, actually, you probably tell it better. Because to me, it was just
No.
a regular Tuesday or something, you know. But I think it was probably more memorable for you than like.
Oh God.
What was the story?
Senior trip,
Yeah,
Six Flags.
Yeah.
The bus ride to Valencia.
Just take it, man. Take it. What's wrong with it?
I
Take
can't.
the wheel?
You got. You can.
Nah.
No.
All right. Anyways, I'll tell us. I mean, I don't because I only know it from my perspective. I don't know what was going on behind the scenes that led to, you know, because all I remember was, you know, we were on this bus and we were going to Six Flags. Oh yeah. There you go. No, it's the other one. The other button. There you go. The other one. There you go. There you go. Perfect. Sorry, we're trying to, you know, it's after dark, so we got to get a little bit of light in here. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you know, we gotta keep the eyes sharp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
I'll fall
go.
asleep. But continue your story.
No, we'll wrap it up after this because you know but yeah, you have to fill in the gaps because all I remember we were going to Six Flags, and I really had to pee, and they had a bathroom on the bus, in the back of the bus, and I guess no one really bothered to go use the bathroom the whole time, so I got up and I went to the bathroom, and you know I've never peed on a bus before.
How was it?
Well, you know, like I mentioned, I don't really pee on planes if I don't have to. So, you know, it took me a while, basically. So I was in there for quite a bit.
The entire
So,
bus
yeah.
trip up to Valencia, this guy was like, dude, I gotta go to the bathroom, man. So just go. He held it the entire time, but we got so weird. You almost made it, man. We were like 5 minutes away to our destination, to Six Flags.
Yeah, I couldn't
And
do it
you
anymore.
couldn't do it. The floodgates are about to
So I went to the bathroom on the bus, and I went and I did my deal.
And of course, as you're walking back to the back, it's like walking. You know, when you go in an airplane and you're sitting in the back, or it's one of the most awkward experiences when you gotta walk to the back of an airplane. Everyone's sitting down, they're all looking at you, or you feel like they're looking at you, and it's like it's a very uncomfortable experience. So I can imagine that's what it was like maybe when you were walking all the way to the back of the bus. You know, you got a bus full of high school. You know, we're in seniors in high school, obviously.
Honestly, don't even really remember making much of it. I think it just really had to be.
Well, I think they were kind of giving you some support. They kind of as you're making your way down the aisle, they're kind of giving you some moral support, and you do.
Nice. They were
You
helping
take care of business, and once you're done, you open the
Yeah, I opened
you open
up
the door, and the entire bus gives them a standing ovation.
Yeah, that's a true story, though. I won't even lie. That's a true story.
We got pictures of this guy, and like.
Oh, there are
looks like
pictures?
Oh, deer in headlights,
I
man.
actually didn't know there were
Well, I
pictures.
didn't take the picture, but it was.
I honestly didn't know there was a picture like that. As mentioned, it was not. It can't be traumatic because I don't think about it. But now that you mentioned, because I do remember coming out of the bathroom, and you're not joking. The whole bus got up and gave me a standing applause for coming out of the bathroom, and I never really understood why because it's not like I was a well-known guy at the time. Maybe I don't know. I can't speak on that, but.
You deserve that applause, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it was probably more like this fucking loser had to go to the bathroom and pee in the bathroom. But
No.
No.
I don't know, man. Whatever it was, I took it in stride, I'm sure. And deer in the headlights,
There's a
I'm sure.
big number 9 on the front of your shirt.
Oh, is that one of the
Oh, I remember that shirt.
New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, there you go.
I remember that.
Who that?
So you remember more about it than I do.
Dude, I sat next to you the entire trip, man. I mean, it was a traumatic experience for me.
Yeah, because I kept
I
telling
thought we were gonna have a
you.
situation here.
Not the guy on Jersey Shore. What's his name? Mike.
I
It's
think
a
that-
situation.
That's when I revealed to you. It was on that bus ride that I was gonna be going to Oklahoma State University for college. Remember? What? You don't remember?
Nah, dude, I must have. See, there are things that I don't remember that you do.
For the longest time, I held that out, and you.
Yeah, no, there were.
You just really had to use the bathroom.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, there were.
Oklahoma, what? I just gotta pee, bro. That's what's in his mind.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's fascinating how memory works. There's certain things that there are things that you guys probably remember that I don't, and then there are things that I remember that you guys don't. And it's just kind of fascinating how that works.
Yeah.
Just within our own memories. But yeah,
Yeah,
we could do that. Yeah. We could do this all night. But we're gonna wrap this up. I appreciate you guys for taking the time out of your days to make this happen. This was definitely an explosive one.
Shabam's giving me the eyes right now. I think he's.
Shabam's about to go tear up some food right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of options for some titles and thumbnails and all that, but it's not gonna do it justice because there's a lot of shit that was said in here that I probably won't even remember.
No. And make sure to stay tuned after.
Yeah.
Where we look at Jason's
OnlyFans.
debut.
That's right. Stay tuned for more.
Hope you see some
coming
movies and wait, what?
Coming soon. Huh?
Yeah, coming soon.
Coming soon.
Oh yeah, coming soon. I see what you did there. But yeah, no, this.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which,
while we're here, real quick, I got. You gave a teaser to who you think's gonna win the World Cup. Who do you have as like a dark horse or like a potential flop candidate, or what are we thinking?
Ooh.
You got any bold predictions? Because
yeah, I mean, look, the American in me has to root for our guys, and we have home field advantage. I see the U.S. making a run, like not a crazy run, but maybe to the round of 16. Even maybe past that. We're kind of in shambles right now with our management and our our strongest players are in a bit of a slump. But I think the U.S. will make somewhat of a stride. Yeah, that's my dark horse pick, but not gonna get anywhere close to winning it all. Yeah. What about you?
well, I was gonna ask Justin. What do you think?
I had to think about it more.
Didn't he kind of mentioned Portugal a little bit earlier? Somebody looking forward to seeing it. But we'll buy him some time for the World Cup preview and we'll see what he has to say. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for taking the time to do this. And also some breaking news before we go off. I just got a text message. Apparently Ed Orgeron's going back to LSU. Yeah, he's going to be on Lane Kiffin's staff at LSU. So a full circle moment for Coach O coming back to Baton Rouge, even if it's in a lesser role capacity. It'll be good to have Coach O back on camp. And we're going to talk about that LSU basketball thing. I'll tease that for a future time because that's a big controversy these days where they're building just to kind of set the stage, just to, for you guys up, and then we'll wrap it up. LSU's added a bunch of players. So the starting lineup that San Antonio just threw out in games 1 and 2.
Yeah.
LSU's added a bunch of players that their average age is about the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just to put that in perspective.
Interesting. So they're old.
I mean, for college standards, at least.
Yeah.
But anyways, we could yap all night, and that's the beauty of these. I appreciate you guys. Much love. D, Jason, Justin, Shabam, I appreciate you guys. This has been the UnFiltered report. Till next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.